What's going on, YouTube? What's up, fam? We back with another video. As y'all see on the screen, we got Family TV, and this one is about a teen. I guess he was getting jumped by like 20 dudes, and his parents pulled up and shit went left. So we finna break this video down, get into it. Drop a like, a comment, subscribe, and if y'all rock with me, share the channel. Other than that, let's get into this video.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
But that's a grown man, brother. Oh, he kicked him. He kicked him.
They at school somewhere.
That's a grown man.
They all got backpacks on and shit. Yeah, they kids.
Somebody got shot.
To nothing. No information, no nothing, still no information. It's like,
what's going on?
It's sad. I just don't understand. Nobody is relaying any information. Christmas, whether it be Thanksgiving, it's right in the middle. Then he would have been here in 2 days for winter break. 2 days. 2 days.
What happened,
The
though?
father accused of shooting 2 students on Kentucky State University's campus last week, killing one of them, will now face a grand jury.
Fam, these 2 parents was just released from jail a day after Christmas.
Okay.
They was arrested the day before Christmas after taking actions into their own hands, getting the news that
Wait, hold on, go back.
Parents was just released from jail a day after Christmas. They was arrested the day before Christmas.
It sounded like he defended himself or his son.
After taking actions into
For
their
him to
own
get
hands,
released.
getting the news that the man responsible for killing their 18-year-old child on college campus was free. But it might not be for the reasons you might think. Now, before we get into this story, the day after Christmas, I hope everybody was able to get some love. And if you did celebrate, I hope you got to spend time with your family, your loved ones, and stay in the spirit of giving and sharing. But fam, today I wanted to bring you guys a story that won't take too much time, but definitely needs our attention. Going to college is supposed to be a major accomplishment, not just in the urban community, but in life period. Recently, a father ended up taking the life of an 18-year-old after his son was allegedly being jumped on college campus, right outside of a dorm room. We're talking about 20 plus students, metal bats, kicks, punches on a full attack. But here's where things get even more complicated. The father appeared to be released after the incident, and because of that, some people connected to the victim reportedly reacted in ways that later led to their own arrest. So in this video, we're going to go through the situation step by step, pay our respects to the victim, break down what happened, where it happened, and talk about what we
break
as
the
a
video
community
down, bro. I'm trying
can
to see
learn
what's
from
going
something
on.
like this to prevent in the future. But before we get into this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Then a sophomore at the university was 19-year-old Caden Barr. He was the son to 48-year-old Jacob Barr. They was from Evansville, Indiana. Now, Caden family asked for his picture not to be released to the public at this moment. He's been having some hard times during his sophomore year on a campus. Caden told his parents he'd been getting harassed, robbed while on campus. And
Oh,
one day his
hell
parents
no.
just decided to go.
I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna take one time for me to get robbed or harassed. I could deal with somebody talking about me. They talking about Jesus, but you rob me, I'm getting my get back. I don't give a fuck. You rob me, I'm coming strapped. I'm getting my get back, bro. I'm catching you niggas
Go
like
up
bro.
there
There's
and be
no
between
no.
a violent fight where 20 plus students or young men was fighting his son, harassing him in details we'll later explain from his attorney that end up turning deadly. Now, of course, fam, I tried for the last 2 days to show this video and try to have some edited out. YouTube wasn't going for it, so I'll leave the link in the bio for you guys to check it out on the Family TV Instagram. In that video, it shows moments Dejon Fox, a student, shot and killed while on campus, just 19 years old, also from Indiana. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Speaking of family, we'll later hear from his family. Less than 24 hours, they went to the news to speak on this situation. But let's go over the details of what led up to
Yeah, let's
this.
go over the details. What
Now,
happened?
Caden's dad, Jaden, ended up getting arrested, but the law firm of Danks and Danks had been retained to defend Jacob Bird for his actions in defense of his son, his wife, and himself on December 9th, 2025, when the situation took place at Kentucky State University. The Franklin County Commonwealth Attorney will convey a grand jury on December 23, 2025, which will later elaborate on that decision to consider indicting an innocent man, according to his attorney, Jacob Byrd, for murder. Not only was Jacob Byrd completely justified under the law in use of his deadly force that day, but according to his attorney, Jacob also took every reasonable step to alert.
So y'all was mistreating, abusing, and robbing this man's son. He came up there and clapped one of y'all.
Kentucky State University and the Kentucky State University Police Department the imminent danger his sons and other students were in. Also, according to the attorney family, Jacob Byrd and his wife alongside their sons that day on December 9, 2025, felt that the only course of action was to withdraw from the university for the son's safety and request a police escort to remove their son's property due to the imminent threat of danger they faced. Despite having 2 armed Kentucky State University officers present, a group of 20 to 30 individuals gathered in the lobby of their son's dormitory to violently and viciously attack Jacob Byrd's son and family. Many of these individuals were not students of the university and wore ski masks, hoods, and otherwise concealed their faces. Watching the mob gather, Jacob Byrd armed himself with his white firearm. Jacob kept his family away from the dormitory until a KSU police officer escorted the family to the dormitory. Upon the officer and Byrd family reaching the entrance, the mob immediately rushed out of the dormitory, past an armed KSU police officer, and began violently assaulting Jacob's family and others present. Jacob and his family retreat approximately 40 feet while being physically attacked until his son was slammed into the concrete and had multiple people on top of him beating his head against the pavement with feet and fists. The police officer on the scene had completely lost control of the situation. While Jacob and his wife ran towards their son, the officer was retreating further from the erupting violence. In the chaos, Jacob tried to physically pull the individual off his son, was struck, and when he was unable to do so, and seeing his son in imminent danger, serious physical injury, Jacob then drew his firearm and shot 2 individuals where they actively and viciously.
That's the only thing you messed up on. I would have shot all the kids that was involved. That's the only thing I would have shot. Every last single one of them involved. I'm already pulling my gun out, hitting 1, 2 of them. I'm finna hit everybody now. Who was all involved? Let me know. Pull them out. We
Jacob immediately dropped the weapon when his son was able to escape the violence. While surrendering to the police at gunpoint, Jacob was violently kicked in the face by an individual involved in the assault against his family. Because of that, Jacob's attorney feel his action was justified under the law, and were the only measures.
I don't know where they at, what state they in exactly, and if he said it, I forgot. I'm fried. But if there's somewhere where stand your ground law is that, he should be good, especially when he's sitting there watching his son get brutally beat. They slammed. If you didn't hear him, they said they didn't say he was getting punched on. They said they was slamming his head into the concrete. That means you're forcibly grabbing his head up and slamming it like you're trying to kill him into the concrete. That's like trying to kill somebody. So that, on top of them stomping on his head, he went over there to try to pull one of the dudes off. They started to attack him, so he retreated, pulled out his firearm, and shot 2 of them. And then the moment his son was able to get up, he dropped his firearm and proceeded to go over to law enforcement and go under arrest, turn himself in. He did everything right, in my opinion. He's getting away scot-free.
To prevent his son's death or serious injuries. They feel Kentucky State University and Kentucky State University Police failed to address multiple armed, violent felonies, including burglary, breaking and entering, physical assault, and attempted assault with a deadly weapon against Jacob's son and other students in days leading up to December 9, 2025. Those failures ultimately resulted in the tragic death of one of the students and the injury of many others.
They said they was looking for others, so y'all was just coming up to this campus tweaking out. I guess they never heard of the saying, you fuck around and find out, because that's exactly what they did.
Even now, despite the many known identities of the students and others involved in the vicious attack in the days prior, criminal charges have not been pursued against those individuals. The mother, who you'll later hear from, of the deceased, according to the attorney, has openly called the murder of Jacob's son for revenge, requested the help of criminal gangs including the Vice Lord's criminal gang, and yet no criminal charges have been filed against her. Jacob and his family continue to receive credible death threats, and Jacob's sons are now residing in a non-disclosed location for their safety. The lawyers say the Barrs have two sons ages 18 and 19 that were enrolled at Kentucky State University. Both sons chose Kentucky State University to play baseball. Each of Mr. Barr's sons were high school honor students, well-behaved, well-liked, and athletically talented. Each of the Barr's sons were selected for homecoming king for their respective graduation class. Kentucky State University and campus police, but that non-students and non-residents alike would freely go in and out of the residence halls where they had no right to be. The younger Barr's dorm room was burglarized on or about October 11, 2025. An organized group pulled the dormitory fire alarm and used fire extinguishers to disable the security cameras. Jacob's son reported the crime to the assigned resident assistant and to the campus police. After reporting the crime, he immediately began receiving death threats, physical violence, and threats that he'll later die. At least one of the students involved in the threats and assaults had previously had a firearm seized while on campus, and yet continued to openly post on social media that he continued to carry modified firearms capable of firing fully automatics. On Saturday, December 6, 2025, Jacob's son was in a dorm when 15 to 20 individuals, many of them non-students and their faces concealed, broke in and violently assaulted him and 3 other students that were with him. The 4 were thrown to the ground and stomped and punched repeatedly. The assailants destroyed hundreds of thousands of property, including a school-issued laptop. This crime was reported.
And that's another thing, like, you need to harm one person, y'all need 20 or 20 plus people. At that point, y'all gonna end up hurting each other. Like, it's too many people. It don't take that many people on one person. It only takes 2 people.
And was captured by university security cameras. On Monday, December 8th, 2025, Jacob Barr's younger son was again in his dorm room when around 20 to 30 individuals gathered outside the dorm room with baseball bats and other weapons. The group beat on the door with baseball bats, leaving visible marks on the door. Jacob's son called the resident assistants and KSU police. One officer responded to the mob, and upon officers arriving, the mob fled. No arrests were made, and this was also captured on camera security cameras. That evening, Jacob's son called Jacob, stating that he had been attacked multiple times and that he and his friends were afraid to leave the room. Upon receiving the information, Jacob Barr and his wife immediately drove to KSU, arriving around midnight. Upon arriving, they discovered their sons and several other students had not eaten a meal in several days because they were afraid to leave their dorm rooms. Mr. Barr and his wife took the group of young men to eat and were more fully informed of their safety concerns. The next morning, December 9, 2025.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, W-Dad, W-Dad.
Mr. Barr and his wife met with campus police at 9 a.m. Although Barrs believed the campus police.
For those of y'all who ain't catching on to what's going on, this group of kids been terrorizing the campus. Seem like, the kids was his son, including others in that specific dormitory, was scared to leave the room to go get something to eat. When the kid dad came, he got all the kids that was scared to leave their room and made sure they got something to eat. That was a good thing he did right there.
It also seemed obvious to them that the campus police were ill prepared to deal with the out of control and violent environment of the university. A meeting was then scheduled for the same morning at 11 a.m. at Young Hall with the university dean and campus police. During this meeting, the Barrs became convinced that the university would not be able to maintain a safe environment for their sons and informed the university that they were moving him home due to extreme safety concerns. The Barr family, accompanied with the campus police officer, approached the younger son's room and 4 individuals were outside waiting for him. The officer ordered everyone away and remained in the hallway of the son's dormitory for a period of time. The officer left at one point, and during this time, one of the individuals involved in a prior assault.
But then on the flip side, I'm just sitting back thinking, because I'm trying to wait to hear what he's gonna say. But it's like on the flip side, I'm thinking like they just randomly out of the sky blue pick you to fuck with. Like, I'm just trying to, like, if so, they fucked up and they got what they deserved. But if not, I'm trying to figure out what's going on because it just some just ain't They just randomly decide to fuck with you. 20 of them I don't know.
In the building and began taking photographs of Jacob's sons. A physical altercation ensued, and in the elevator with Jacob's sons and this individual, Jacob's son immediately exited the elevator and called KSU police. Upon exiting the elevator, other individuals who had been involved in prior attacks on Barr's son were now in the lobby, despite the assurance of the university that these individuals would no longer be allowed in the building. These individuals again photographed the Barr's family with their phones and began making threats. Over the next 10 to 20 minutes, while placing their son's belongings in the family's vehicle, the Barr's family saw numerous individuals who had also been involved in prior attacks arriving and running to join the other individuals in the dormitory lobby area. Many of these individuals were wearing hoodies and or ski masks. Jacob and his family waited until a second officer arrived and were given further assurances of their safety. Despite the assurances of the KSU police officers and his escorts to the building entrance, the mob viciously attacked the Barr's family. Jacob Barr was given no option but to use necessary deadly force to protect his sons, his wife, and himself from seriously bodily injury or death.
He had to protect himself because damn, they ain't had no fucking police force. Pretty much seemed like yeah, they just didn't have enough police to stop what was going on. So yeah, he had to use deadly force because they obviously wasn't.
Thanks to the attorney, is what's being left out for the public to have, which make a broader situation more concerning. How many other students away from home, living on campus, going through similar situations?
Exactly.
But now you know everything that led up to this. I want you guys to check out the victim's family a day after the attack.
It's funny and very, very outgoing.
He was like the class clown. He would get on your nerves being funny. It's like
I want you guys to check out the victim's family a day after the attack.
It's funny and very, very outgoing.
he was like the class clown. He would get on your nerves being funny. Like, he was always trying to make you laugh. If he walked in a room full of people that were not too cheery, when he leave, you'll be cheery. You'll be laughing and everything. I thought he was gonna be a comedian.
Where did he go to high school? Around here?
He went to Victory College Prep.
And he graduated last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. How did he pick KSU as the school that he wanted to attend?
He went down there and it was at HBU and HBCU, I'm sorry, and it was
Something that he thought he would like.
it wasn't no turning back after that. He was in love. He found his place.
And what was he studying down there?
He hadn't really decided yet. He was just doing general studies for now.
He was in his second year.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently,
Yeah. Did he come home for Thanksgiving at all, or was he?
Yeah.
We just made a video of me picking him up and holding him. It was a TikTok trend, and that was last week.
I mean, waking up this morning and knowing that he's, not going to be coming home ever again, that must just be a nightmare for all of you.
It's still not real. It's like we're not accepted it yet. Like, it's not real. It hasn't hit yet, but it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. It just hasn't hit yet.
How did you guys learn about the shooting yesterday?
He got a cousin that go there, and he called.
And she called me.
What was it like getting that call?
The worst news you could ever get in your life. It's like it's the worst. Like,
Especially since he was so far. It wasn't like just driving 30 minutes or 20 minutes to the hospital. It wasn't nothing I could do for almost 3 hours, but just think and scroll on my phone and think and scroll on my phone.
But if I'm not
we
mistaken,
all
wasn't this
immediately got together.
But see, I be high, so I be getting lost a little bit. But wasn't this the nigga that was harming the dude's son and he shot and killed? See, it's the thing, like, y'all
drove up there 3 or 4 carloads to nothing. No information, no nothing, still no information. It's like, it's sad. I just don't understand. Nobody is relaying any information. Like, we don't understand. The school, nobody.
I mean, driving up there and not getting to say goodbye, I mean, that must be a hard thing to live with.
They didn't even
Very
let
hard.
me see him.
We couldn't see him. No, nobody's seen him yet.
I'm trying to figure out what was the reason of him even,
The
with all them
police
people
wasn't saying too
trying to
much.
harm
The
that
school,
boy. What was the
nothing.
point?
It's just like, it ain't like we can just keep coming up here. We live way 3 hours away. And basically they told us, just come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow.
What was it like driving back here, you know, again, just not having a lot of information, not getting able to see him, and knowing that he's never going to be back here?
Very frustrating and disturbing.
Yeah. What are you guys holding on to in this time? I know you mentioned you just made a video with him. I'm sure, you know, maybe pictures or videos are helping you guys hold on to the memories that you had with him.
Videos, pictures, thinking about, remember when he did this, remember what happened this day. Just whatever we can find.
Everybody that he loved around.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
All his friends.
Just
All his brothers. Everybody was
memories.
here.
Family.
Everybody came and stayed the night. It was people asleep everywhere.
Yeah, we all laid in here like everywhere last night.
as family do.
That's really, I know, as we were driving up here, I'm guessing it's the house with all the cars in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing to have that kind of love and that kind of support. How many siblings did you have?
2.
Was he oldest, youngest?
Oh, that's his big brother right there. And he had a little baby brother. I think he's 2.
What do you hope people remember about your son or can learn from, you know, how he lived his life and just how he impacted the people around him?
I just hope, you know, stay joyful, smile. Like, life ain't that hard. He always used to be like, Ma, you need to loosen up. Jeez. Like, I guess life is what you make it. He didn't let a lot of stuff bother him.
At all. And if he left, he say, bye, I love you. If you don't say nothing back, wherever you at, he's coming. He gonna say, did you hear me? You heard me. I said, bye, I love you. Give me a hug. See you. Love you, mama.
And the love. He was loved. Remember that.
Very much. He was like the comedian of the family. The
Everybody
one,
loved Whit.
Mm-hmm.
if he was here right now, everybody be laughing or they'd be like, Whit, stop, quit. Whit, go sit down. He was just the comedian, the bring everybody together to laugh. He was just that person. That person.
That's amazing.
That person.
I know you mentioned a little bit. Can you just talk about how surreal this is to, you know, not have him here with you?
I don't think it's
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
hit her.
y'all.
It hasn't hit her yet. It really
The
hasn't
original
hit
video
any
will be
of
in the
us. It's like
description, but I ain't finna watch this whole
a daze.
Don't forget about
I'm
him.
gonna skip to this.
Now, since then, the father bond went from $1 million to $100,000 cash bond. Now, since more information has came out about the 2 boys who played baseball for the university, the mother of the teenager who lost his life and went to social media and said the following: I just want y'all to know my Woody wasn't like that. He wasn't perfect, but he wasn't a gangster. He wasn't outside. He was in college. He didn't want that life. I miss my son. I want him back. I would do anything to take his place. He just got his first 3 underarm hair. Laugh out loud. He had life to live. My Woody was my baby, my sunshine, my highlighter on a rainy day. And then she wrote, PSA, for all you B's, keep commenting saying my baby was a bully. B, you heard it out his mouth. My baby wasn't an innocent bystander. B's, eat a D and keep Lil Fox name out y'all mouth. Less than a week ago, she wrote, I swear I'm about to crash the F out. The dad wrote, life is not life and at all. On the way home from Kentucky after I lost my baby, me and my wife and my sister got into a crazy car accident. Now my other son just got into a car accident. He is okay, but still, man, like what the F is going on? Then he wrote a message tagging the university. Y'all a piece of y'all still haven't released a statement to clear my son's name. Y'all let students go into his dorm and steal all this stuff and still haven't called me with the hallway footage. Frankly, anything could have happened on that campus. Me and my family, about 10 of us, casually walked into the dorm hall and instantly gained access to his room through other students. Nobody questioned us or give a fuck that we was mobbing through the dorm hallways and taking stuff out. The president don't know about what's going on his campus, and he definitely not qualified for the job. He lacks empathy, he is ugly, he wears cheap cologne, and he don't look people in the face while talking. Haven't offered any of them students any supportive for the tragedy they are facing at school and everything about that. Yes, man. Ain't even sent my son a...
You talking bad about the president ain't gonna get you what you want. Like, 1, 2... If your son would have never been jumping on his son, he would have never had to pop your son. So it's like, come on now.
Flower arrangement or nothing. Man, the way I'm up here feeling right now. Then he went to Facebook and wrote something else that would later get him arrested. Finding out the day before Christmas that the grand jury chose not to indict his son's shooter, Jacob Bard. He wrote on Facebook, "You don't know what you took from me, but you will feel the same hurt I feel." And apparently, that was enough for him to get arrested alongside his wife. Chardonnay Cleveland to the left.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
Shorty right
Base
there.
44, a complete AI creation platform.
And the John Fox Sr.
University president is responding after a grand jury chose not to indict the father, who's accused of shooting 2 people at the university and killing a student. Jacob Lee Baird claimed self-defense. Bard is currently out of the Franklin County Jail. His family had just posted a $100,000 bond right before the grand jury met, but they chose not to indict Bard on murder charges or first-degree assault charges. Bard's attorneys argue he acted in self-defense following days of escalating threats and violence directed at his son and other students. His attorneys allege a group of people attacked his family when they entered the campus building. During the confrontation, Bard's son was knocked to the ground and beaten, prompting Bard to fire his weapon. The shooting resulted in the death of one student, 19-year-old Dejon Fox, and injuries to another student. The attorneys say the decision closed the criminal case. KSU President Dr. Kafia Kakpo released a statement saying, in part, quote, "This development does..."
So it makes more sense at the end of it. I'm gonna let this play out real
not
quick.
lessen the pain our community continues to feel, nor does it change our priorities. Our commitment remains centered on supporting our students and ensuring Kentucky State University is a safe place to learn, live, and work.
I know that was kind of a lot, but try to give as much detail as possible. Based on everything you just heard, fam, it's time for y'all to let me know how y'all feel about this one in the comments.
All right, man, that's the video. So, bro that lost his life went to the Kentucky State University too. So with that being said, they must have had some beef going on, him and the dad that got off of self-defense, his son, and the dude that lost his life, or whoever else in that group, because not all the people in the group go to the campus, but long story short, it seemed like they had a little beef or whatever, and bro called some of his people up to do some stuff, and that didn't go as planned. As a father though, W dad, because I would have did the same thing. But y'all let me know if y'all have kids, what would y'all do in that situation? Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and if y'all rock with me, share the channel. Other than that, man, y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get y'all on the next one.